After the injection happened, this kind of poked through the hole that was drilled in the concrete slab. And in some spots, some of this excess material was shown essentially coming out of the concrete floor. And when I squeeze it, you'll see that it's very dense. This was used to support the floor slabs. There was another product that Geobear injected that was almost like rock. So I couldn't even push on it. And that was what they used to put underneath the building footer. So they had two types of products, and essentially it's an injectable product that expands. It's not foam initially, it becomes a foam, and it will be underneath the soil or underneath the concrete floor, and essentially just compresses, and therefore the weight from anything, equipment, people, materials, it just supports that weight, and it can do that for many, many years. And it doesn't shrink, it does not absorb water, and that's what we really needed at the time. My name is Mario Adams-Campos. I work for a company called SMA Incorporated out of Irvine, California, but I live here in Bulverde, Texas. SMA is essentially a contract agency. They send contract program managers, project managers, engineers to companies who are requesting for a specific type of talent and support for either, let's say, 1 month or 1 or sometimes 2 years. So Parker Hannifin had a water line break at the end of July of 2024 that dumped about 200,000 gallons of water into the facility, but underneath the concrete slab floor. So what happened then is it essentially went underneath the floor, washed out the soil, and affected the concrete slab of the floor and broke through the 4 to 6 inch thick concrete slab and poured about 80,000 gallons of water inside the building, which went from the workshop area into the offices and ruined about 22,000 square feet of office and workshop area. Also, the water damage essentially took away lots of, we say, hogged out a lot of soil on one side of the building on the west side that affected the building's footer, meaning the support underneath the exterior wall. And it just took all that and just made it essentially one big mud pit. And therefore, when we approached Geobear for a solution, they came out a couple times and let us know what they could do. We had heard of Geobear from another company that suggested that we look at a product instead of a cement slurry or some other kind of solution. Geobear has a unique capability of doing select products for certain applications. Example, a building footer, a crane column, floor, a driveway, an airport, you name it. When it came to mega projects, Geobear has a capability to do quite a bit of different types of work. What Parker Hannifin really needed was just an expedited solution, and also a solution that would allow them to, within 48 hours after injection, get in there with some equipment to fix the crane. They have 3 cranes, and they needed to fix specifically one crane in the middle of the building.